Imagine this. A woman sits in a cold cafe. She has no money. She has no job. She has a baby sleeping beside her. Everyone tells her to give up. Everyone tells her to quit. But she keeps writing. She does not know it yet, but her words will change the world. Her story will inspire millions. Her name will become magic. This woman is J.K. Rowling, and her journey is unbelievable. Today, you will hear how a broke single mother became the most famous author on earth. You will hear about failure, about pain, about courage, about hope. This story helps you improve your English listening skills. As you listen, notice the simple words. Notice the emotions. Let this story stay in your heart. Are you ready? Let's begin. Chapter 1. The Girl Who Dreamed of Magic. Imagine this. A small girl sits by a window. Rain hits the glass. She watches the drops fall. Her mind flies far away. She dreams of magic. She dreams of another world. But one day, she will create that world. This girl is Joanne Rowling, but the world will know her as J.K. Rowling. Her story begins on July 31st, 1965. She is born in Yate, England. This is a small town near Bristol. Her parents are Peter and Anne Rowling. Her father works at a factory. Her mother is a science technician. Joanne is not an only child. She has a younger sister. Her name is Diane. The two sisters grow up together. They share a small house. They share dreams too. From a very young age, Joanne loves stories. She loves to read. She loves to write. When she is only 6 years old, she writes her first story. It is about a rabbit. The rabbit's name is Rabbit. Simple, but it starts something special. Joanne's childhood home is filled with books. Her mother reads to her often. Stories become her escape. Stories become her friends. When the world feels hard, she opens a book. When she feels alone, she creates characters. At school, Joanne is quiet. She is not the loudest student, but her teachers notice her writing. They encourage her to keep going. They see her imagination. They see her gift with words. One day, when Joanne is young, she has a neighbor. His last name is Potter. The two become friends. They play together. They talk about many things. This name will become important later. Very important. Joanne loves the countryside near her home. She walks through fields. She looks at old houses. She imagines who lived there before. She imagines their stories. Her mind never stops working. When she's 9 years old, her family moves. They go to Winterbourne. This is another small village. The change is hard for young Joanne. She must leave her friends. She must start a new school. But she takes her books with her. She takes her dreams with her. At her new school, Joanne finds more books. She reads everything she can find. Fairy tales, adventure stories, mystery books. Each book opens a new door in her mind. Each story teaches her something new. Joanne's favorite place becomes the library. She spends hours there. She sits in quiet corners. She loses herself in words. The library feels like magic to her. It is a place where anything can happen. Her teachers continue to encourage her writing. They see her talent growing. They tell her to keep her notebooks. They tell her one day, people will read her words. Joanne believes them. She keeps writing. But life is not always easy. Joanne's mother becomes sick. This is very hard for the family. Joanne watches her mother struggle. She feels helpless. She writes about her feelings. Writing becomes her way to cope. Writing becomes her safe place. But life is about to get harder. Let me ask you something. When life becomes difficult, what do you do? Do you stop? Or do you keep going? As Joanne grows older, her dreams grow bigger. She does not just want to read stories. She wants to create them. To build worlds. To make characters that feel real. She wants readers to feel magic when they turn her pages. Her secondary school is called Wydian School. Here, she meets more teachers who believe in her. They tell her she has a special gift. Not everyone can create worlds with words, but Joanne can. Joanne takes these words to heart. She writes more. She writes every day. She fills notebook after notebook. Her handwriting becomes her voice. Her stories become her heart. At home, her sister Diane listens to Joanne's stories. She becomes her first audience. She laughs at the funny parts. She cries at the sad parts. This gives Joanne confidence. Her words can make people feel. The years pass. Joanne becomes a teenager. Her love for stories does not change. It grows stronger. She reads classic authors. She studies their style. She learns from the best. She also begins to think about her future. What will she do with her life? Many people tell her to choose a practical job. But Joanne knows what she wants. She wants to write. She wants to tell stories that matter. Her parents worry about her choice. Writing is not an easy path. Most writers do not make much money. Most writers struggle. But Joanne cannot imagine doing anything else. Her heart belongs to stories. As she finishes school, Joanne makes a decision. She will study French and classics at university. French will help her travel. Classics will help her understand old stories. Both will help her writing. In 1983, Joanne leaves home. She goes to Exeter University. This is a new chapter in her life. She's excited. She's nervous. She's ready to grow. At university, Joanne continues to write and improve her skills. She shares her work with others. Some people love her stories. Some people do not understand them. But Joanne keeps going. She knows her path. She also makes new friends at university. One friend becomes very important. His name is Sean Harris. He will play an important role later in her life. Joanne spends her university years learning. She reads more books. She studies more authors. She practices her craft. Every day, she becomes a better writer. Every day, she moves closer to her dream. But the real test is still coming. The failures, the pain, the rejections. They are all waiting for her. And everything is about to change. Chapter 2. The Darkest Days, When Hope Almost Died. Picture this moment. A young woman sits on a train. The train moves slowly through the countryside. She looks out the window. Her mind is working. Ideas come to her. Characters speak to her. A world begins to form. This is 1990. Joanne is 25 years old. She's traveling from Manchester to London. The journey takes 4 hours. But something magical happens during this ride. An idea comes to her. Complete, clear, powerful. A boy, a wizard, a school for magic. Harry Potter is born in her mind on that train. But Joanne cannot write yet. She does not have a pen. She does not have paper. So she sits, she thinks. She builds the world in her head. She names the characters. She plans the story. This moment is special. But Joanne does not know it yet. She does not know this idea will change her life. She does not know this idea will change the world. After the train ride, Joanne returns to her normal life. But she cannot forget Harry Potter. The boy stays in her mind. The story grows every day. She begins to write when she can. She writes in small moments. She writes in stolen time. But life is about to become very hard. Joanne's mother becomes very sick. The illness is serious. Joanne watches her mother suffer. There is nothing she can do. The pain is too much. In December 1990, Joanne's mother passes away. She is only 45 years old. This loss breaks Joanne's heart. Her mother never saw her succeed. Her mother never saw her books published. Joanne carries this pain for years. She puts it into her writing. Harry Potter also loses his parents. He feels deep loss and loneliness. This connection makes the story real. This connection makes readers feel. After her mother's death, Joanne needs a change. She decides to move to a new country. She gets a job teaching English in Portugal. This seems like a fresh start. This seems like hope. In Portugal, Joanne meets a man. His name is Jorge Arantes. They fall in love. They get married. For a time, Joanne feels happy again. She feels like life is giving her a second chance. In 1993, Joanne has a baby. Her daughter's name is Jessica. Becoming a mother changes Joanne. It changes her priorities. It changes her dreams. She wants to build a better life for her daughter. But the marriage does not last. The relationship becomes difficult and unhealthy. Joanne feels unhappy. She feels trapped. She makes a brave decision. She leaves. She takes her baby. She returns to the UK. She has no job. She has no stable home. She has very little money. Let me ask you something. Have you ever had to start over? Have you ever felt like you lost everything? Joanne knows this feeling. She moves to Edinburgh, Scotland, where her sister lives. Her sister helps her find a small apartment. It is simple, but it is safe. Now Joanne faces her biggest challenge. She is a single mother. She has no steady income. She has a child to raise. And she has a dream that feels very far away. She applies for government support. This is a difficult moment for her. She feels like she has failed. She feels lost. But she does not give up. She cannot give up. She has a daughter to care for. She has a story to tell. Joanne finds small ways to survive. She teaches English part-time. The pay is low, but it helps. She takes any work she can find. She does whatever is necessary. At night, when Jessica sleeps, Joanne writes. She writes at the kitchen table. She writes in her small room. She writes under the light of a cheap lamp. Her hands are tired. Her eyes are heavy. But she keeps writing. Why? Because writing is her escape. When the world feels dark, she goes to Hogwarts. When she feels weak, she thinks of Harry's courage. When she wants to quit, she remembers why she started. Money is always a problem. Joanne counts every penny. She buys cheap food. She wears old clothes. She cannot afford extras. Survival is her only focus. Sometimes, Joanne feels deeply sad. The weight of her life is heavy. She wonders if things will ever get better. She wonders if anyone will read her story. But something inside her refuses to stop. Maybe it is her daughter's smile. Maybe it is the story in her heart. Maybe it is the memory of her mother. Joanne takes her manuscript to cafes. She writes while Jessica sleeps beside her. One cafe becomes special to her. It is a warm place where she can sit and write. She orders one coffee and stays for hours, writing page after page. Winter in Edinburgh is cold. Joanne walks through the streets with Jessica. The old buildings inspire her. The atmosphere feels magical. Everything around her becomes part of her story. Her manuscript grows, page by page, chapter by chapter, word by word. The world of Harry Potter becomes real. The characters become her companions. Hogwarts becomes her second home. But finishing the book is only the beginning. Now Joanne must find a publisher. Now she must ask someone to believe in her. This will not be easy. There will be rejection. There will be doubt. There will be closed doors. Joanne does not know how many times she will hear the word no. But she knows one thing. She must try. She must send her manuscript. She must believe in her story. Even when the world tells her to stop. Even when hope feels far away. Even when the darkness feels too heavy. She must keep going. Chapter 3. The phone call that changed everything. Imagine this scene. A small apartment in Edinburgh. A single mother sits by the phone. She waits. She hopes. She fears. Her manuscript is in the mail. 12 publishers have seen it. 12 chances. 12 opportunities to change her life. But Joanne has heard nothing. Days pass, then weeks. The silence is painful. Each day without news feels like rejection. Each day without a call feels like failure. Joanne begins to lose hope. Maybe no one wants her story. Maybe Harry Potter is not good enough. Maybe she should give up. Maybe she should find a stable job. Maybe she should forget her dream. She looks at her daughter. Jessica is small. She needs her mother. She needs safety. She needs food, warmth, and love. Joanne feels torn. Should she be practical? Or should she keep believing? But something inside her refuses to let go. The story is too important. The characters are too real. Harry, Ron, Hermione. They feel like family. She cannot abandon them. She cannot abandon herself. Then one day, the phone rings. Joanne picks up. Her heart beats fast. Her hands shake. A voice speaks on the other end. The call is from Bloomsbury. They want to publish Harry Potter. Joanne freezes. She asks them to repeat. Is this real? Yes, they say. We believe in your book. Joanne sits down. She cries. These are tears of relief. These are tears of joy. After years of struggle, after many rejections, someone finally says yes. This moment changes everything. But the deal is small. The publisher offers Joanne an advance of about £2,500. It is not enough to change her life. It is not enough to escape poverty. But Joanne does not care. She does not care about the money. She cares about the opportunity. She cares about her story. She cares about proving that she can do this. She signs the contract. Her hands still shake. Her heart still races. She is now a published author. The year is 1997. Harry Potter and the Philosopher's Stone is released. At first, only about 500 copies are printed. The publisher is unsure. They do not know if the book will succeed. Even her name is changed. The publisher worries that boys may not read a book written by a woman. So Joanne Rowling becomes J.K. Rowling. The K comes from her grandmother Kathleen. Joanne does not have a middle name, but she uses one for the book. The first copies go to bookstores. Joanne waits. Will anyone read it? Will anyone care? Then something unexpected happens. Children start talking about the book. They tell their friends. They tell their teachers. They tell their parents. The story spreads, slowly, then faster, then everywhere. Bookstores ask for more copies. The publisher prints more, then more, then more. What started as 500 copies grows into thousands, then hundreds of thousands. Joanne watches in amazement. Her story is connecting with people. Her world is becoming real. Reviews begin to appear. Critics praise the book. They call it magical. They call it original. Teachers recommend it. Librarians order more copies. Then the letters arrive. Children write to Joanne. They tell her they love Harry. They tell her they love Hogwarts. They tell her the book changed them. Some children say, "This is the first book I ever loved." These letters mean everything to her. After years of doubt, she finally knows. Her work matters. Her voice matters. Her story matters. The book begins to win awards. It wins major British children's book awards. It gains recognition across the UK. Then the world starts to notice. Let me ask you something. How does it feel when your hard work is finally seen? Joanne knows this feeling. After years of struggle, success finally arrives. But she stays humble. She does not forget the hard days. She does not forget the cold nights. She does not forget the times she had nothing. She remembers everything. And she keeps writing. Book 2 is already on the way. In 1998, Harry Potter and the Chamber of Secrets is published. the success continues. In 1999, Harry Potter and the Prisoner of Azkaban follows. Now, the whole world is watching. The books are translated into many languages. They travel across continents, from the UK to Europe, to America, to the world. Joanne's life changes completely. She is no longer struggling to survive. She can support her daughter. She can live with stability. She can focus on writing. But she never forgets her journey. She remembers the people who helped her, her sister, her friends, the people who believed in her. And she also remembers the rejections, the publishers who said no, the voices that told her to stop. She does not hate them. She learns from them. They made her stronger. They made her keep going. That one phone call, it was just the beginning, but it changed everything. It was the moment Joanne Rowling became J.K. Rowling, and the world would never be the same. Chapter 4. The Wizard Who Conquered the World. Picture this. A woman walks into a bookstore. Her book is everywhere. Her name is on posters. Her face is in magazines. Children recognize her. They ask for autographs. They ask for pictures. They tell her they love her stories. This is J.K. Rowling in the early 2000s. She is no longer unknown. She is no longer struggling. She is one of the most famous authors in the world. The Harry Potter series continues to grow. Each book is bigger than the last. Each book breaks records. Each release becomes an event. When a new book comes out, people wait outside bookstores all night. They want to be the first to read. In 2000, Harry Potter and the Goblet of Fire is published. The book is longer, the story is darker, the stakes are higher. Readers cannot put it down. Sales explode. In 2003, Harry Potter and the Order of the Phoenix follows. Now the series is a global phenomenon. The books are translated into dozens of languages. Children around the world read about Harry. They dream about Hogwarts. They imagine themselves as wizards. Joanne's success grows. She becomes a millionaire, then a multimillionaire. She even becomes a billionaire, one of the very few authors in history to reach this level. But money does not change her. She stays grounded. She stays focused. She keeps writing. The movies begin in 2001. The books are brought to the big screen by Warner Brothers. The first film is a huge success. Daniel Radcliffe plays Harry. Emma Watson plays Hermione. Rupert Grint plays Ron. These young actors become global stars. More films follow. Each one grows bigger. Each one reaches millions of people. The Harry Potter franchise becomes one of the most successful in history. Joanne watches it all with gratitude. She knows this kind of success is rare. But she also knows something important. She earned it. She never gave up. She believed when no one else did. In 2005, Harry Potter and the Half-Blood Prince is published. Fans wait for years. They create theories. They try to guess the ending. Then, in 2007, the final book arrives. Harry Potter and the Deathly Hallows. This is the end, the final battle, the final answers, the final goodbye. The release becomes a global event. Bookstores stay open all night. Fans dress as characters. Many people cry when they finish the story. It feels like saying goodbye to real friends. Joanne completes her vision. 7 books. 7 years at Hogwarts. One unforgettable journey. She did it. Let me ask you something. How would you feel after achieving a dream that took years of your life? Joanne feels many things. Relief, pride, gratitude. But her story does not end here. She continues to write. She explores new genres. She writes for adults. She even writes under another name. She wants to grow. She wants to challenge herself. She also gives back. She donates millions to charity. She helps children. She supports families in need. She creates Lumos Foundation. helping vulnerable children around the world. She also supports research for multiple sclerosis, the disease that took her mother. Her success becomes a way to help others. But fame brings challenges. People watch her. People judge her. Criticism grows. This is not easy. But she continues forward. She builds a family. She marries Neil Murray. They have children together. She finds balance between her work and her personal life. Scotland becomes her home. It is the place that supported her when she had nothing. Now, it is where she builds her life. The Harry Potter world continues to grow. Theme parks open. Fans visit magical places inspired by the books. They ride the Hogwarts Express. They buy wands. They live the story. A new play appears. Harry Potter and the Cursed Child. The magic continues. Joanne's impact is everywhere. She inspired millions to read. She inspired people to dream. She inspired writers to begin. Her books sell more than 500 million copies. Her stories reach every part of the world, from a simple idea on a train to a global phenomenon. From struggle to success, from darkness to light. This is the story of J.K. Rowling. And maybe it is also a reminder. Your story is not finished yet. Chapter 5. The lesson that will change your life. Imagine this moment. An older woman sits in her home. She looks at her bookshelf. Her books are there. Her stories are there. Her life is there. She thinks about the journey. She thinks about the pain. She thinks about the joy. This is J.K. Rowling today. She has lived an extraordinary life. She has faced great challenges. She has achieved incredible success. But what is the lesson? What can we learn from her story? What can we take with us? Let's find out. First, failure is not the end. Joanne failed many times. She was rejected by 12 publishers. She lived on welfare. She was a single mother with very little money. She felt like a failure, but she kept going. She did not stop. She did not quit. Second, your struggles can become your strength. Joanne's pain became her art. Her loss became her story. Her darkness became her magic. What hurts you can help you. What breaks you can make you stronger. Third, believe in yourself when no one else does. Joanne believed in Harry Potter when others said no. She believed in her story when people doubted her. She believed in herself when she had almost nothing. Your belief matters. It can change everything. Fourth, success takes time. Her idea came in 1990. Her first book was published in 1997. 7 years. 7 years of effort. 7 years of waiting. 7 years of hope. Good things take time. Be patient. Fifth, never forget where you came from. Joanne remembers the hard days, the small cafes, the cold nights, the difficult times. She uses her success to help others. She gives back. She stays humble. Let me ask you something. Which lesson speaks to you the most? Which one will you carry with you? Joanne's life teaches us something powerful. Anyone can change their story. It does not matter where you start. It matters where you are going. She also teaches us something else. Stories matter. Words matter. One story can change a life. One book can inspire millions. One idea can change the world. And your story matters too. Your dreams matter. Your voice matters. Do not let anyone tell you otherwise. Do not let rejection stop you. Do not let fear control you. Joanne faced depression. She faced poverty. She faced loss. She faced rejection. But she kept going. She did not let her circumstances define her. She defined them. And you can do the same. Whatever you are facing right now, remember her story. Remember the train. Remember the struggle. Remember the rejections. Remember the moment everything changed. And remember this: if she can do it, you can do it. If she can rise from nothing, you can rise too. If she can create magic from pain, you can create something beautiful from your challenges. Your story is not over. Your best chapters are still ahead. Your magic is still waiting. A question just for you. Now I want to ask you something. Think about your life. Think about your dreams. Think about the challenges you face right now. What is one dream you will never give up on, no matter what? Write your answer in the comments below. Share your dream, share your hope, share your story. Many people will watch this video, but only a few will comment. Be one of them. Your words matter. Your dreams matter. You matter. If you enjoyed this story, don't forget to like, subscribe, and turn on the notification bell. This helps us create more stories like this. More stories to inspire you. More stories to help you learn English. More stories to remind you that anything is possible. Thank you for listening. Thank you for being here. Thank you for believing in yourself. Keep going. Your magic is waiting.